Hello, this is Alec Kerr, the film critic for the Conway Daily Sun, with my thoughts on Race to Witch Mountain, Disney's latest remake, reimagining, redo, rehash, reworking, reproduction, redundancy, whatever Hollywood's decided to call their complete lack of original ideas. That little rant aside, Race to Witch Mountain is actually a decent family entertainment. Nothing groundbreaking, nothing mind-blowing, but a mildly entertaining distraction for both kids and adults that's powered by a charismatic performance by Dwayne, formerly The Rock Johnson. Now, Witch Mountain first appeared in 1975 when it was merely an escape to Witch Mountain. Now we must race to Witch Mountain, which I suppose is a reflection of how things have changed since the 1970s. We're in just such a hurry these days, aren't we? Now, back in the 70s, the two kids didn't realize the source of their powers, their telekinetic and telepathic powers. Now, they know from the very beginning that they are aliens, because they've crash-landed their spaceship here, and they must race to get back to their spaceship to avert an invasion from their planet. Now, in the original, it was just Donald Pleasance and a group of shady men chasing after the two kids. Now we've got government officials led by Kieran Hines. We've got the Las Vegas mob and a Terminator-esque assassin from their home planet. And so it's a little too much packed in, a little too many, subplots going on, and it would have been a lot better if they just kind of focused in on, maybe the government officials chasing after them. This is kind of more in tone with, say, like the Spy Kids franchise, and this definitely is helped along by the fact that Carla Gugino, who is one of the adult leads in that series, and Cheech Marin, who had a cameo in the Spy Kids series, also has a cameo here. And there's just more special effects like those movies in this. There's a lot of chases. Not that the original wasn't a chase movie, but here there are explosions and car crashes, and it's just a lot more coming at the screen, which again is probably a reflection of at least what Hollywood thinks people want, which is big budget special effects and more and more and more. The original was much more about the two kids themselves and their dynamic. This is really tailored to be a vehicle for Dwayne Johnson. A lot of times the kids almost seem incidental. They're kind of, for like 15-20 minutes, they're knocked out, they're drugged and, in a coma-like state. And so you just have Dwayne Johnson kind of throwing his weight around. But Dwayne Johnson is a charming, funny guy, and he's really good at kind of tossing out these dry one-liners and these little quips, and there's an abundance of them here, and they're funny. And so even though this is a very formulaic movie, you've got cliches like having to knock out a couple guys and put on their costumes to rescue other people, and then you have the two closing doors, and you've got a 10-minute countdown, and will they make it through at the last second? And of course they do. And there isn't even an attempt to add kind of a satiric edge or an ironic edge to the formula. It's just presented straightforward, and you just have to go along for the ride and just not take it too seriously. And if you take it on that level, it's fun. It's not trying to be anything it isn't, and on that level it succeeds. The moment that really kind of won me over was there's a cameo by the star of a 1980s Disney movie. And I don't know how many people are going to get the reference, but it put a big smile on my face, and I kind of had that smile on the rest of the movie. There's also nice cameos by Ike Eisenman and Kim Richards, who were the kids in the original film. It's kind of obligatory to have the cameo appearance by the stars of an earlier version of the film, but it's actually handled nicely, and it's nice to see them as adults. So overall, again, not anything groundbreaking, but if you have kids, you can certainly do worse than see this, and there's probably going to be a sequel, and I actually wouldn't mind seeing another one, so I guess that just goes to show you how painless this experience is. So as I said, don't expect too much, and you should have a good time. Anyway, this is Alec, and keep watching.